Hello YouTube, this is Shirley426 and today we have the review of the HD Demi trainer from the Witch from Mercury series. And once again, it's good to be back, to be making videos again. For those who don't know, I work for a toy company, and every time like on the season, like Christmas or Children's Day, they make us go work on weekends. Because this time Christmas was on a Saturday in Korea, which they made me work on a Saturday. And I had to go to a certain toy shop very early because it's one of our business partners. And I didn't have any time to make any videos, and even after I was done, it was already really late. There was no train to go back to my current house, so I had to stay in my parents' house, and there was nothing I could do. So that's why you may have not seen any new videos last week. Anyway, so here we have the HD Demi train. These were one of the kits that I was really looking forward for as well. So let's see what we got. So this is a very simple mobile suit. Like I would say, someone mentioned on Facebook or on the community where this is definitely on the same level or in the same group as for example the Genoways. The HD Genoways, it may look very simple. It's a weak mobile suit in the anime series, but it's a very good kit. Once again, this is also no exception as well. Alright, let's see what we got. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the mobile suit itself. Definitely loving the simple design going on here. For those of you, it might look a bit familiar because that's what I have reviewed. Because I have reviewed the Choo Choo's Demi trainer as well, and Choo Choo's Demi trainer was definitely based on this MS as well. So hand-wise, we get the multi-purpose hands. Those are the only hands you get. And then here we have the equipment. Very simple setup. So number one. Here we have the rods. I believe in the instruction manual this is called very similar, yeah, the saber stick. So I think this is literally a stick, so for training. Now keep in mind, the school that we see in the anime series is basically a school for not military purposes. Of course, it could be partially for that as well, but once again, it's more of an industry school, so students can learn business, technology, modifications, engineering, all sorts of that kind of stuff as well. So combat or piloting mobile students is also one of the whatchamacallit, aspects of that school. So they do train basic control. So once again, instead of giving a full-fledged dangerous beam saber, they give a saber stick. Now I haven't really seen this being used in the anime yet, so I'm not sure if this is actually just a rod or actually like a heat stick like what the Genoways uses. And you can see we have this part where you can store the heat stick, and according to the manual, and even on the lore section, you can put this on the side skirt or on the backpack as well. Here we have the shield, very simple looking shield, very simple and efficient. And here we have the handle inside, and here we have the pegs to confirm or even strengthen the connection between the arm. And here we have the beam gun. So once again, despite being a weapon, now the gun has been modified to match school standards, so it has a very weak output, and even the magazine is based on school standards. So I'm actually wondering if there is going to be a combat version of this gun as well later in the series. And sticker wise, it may be odd, but here we have, this is a sticker. So technically you should be only using 4 if you have only one Demi trainer. This one goes to the chest, this one goes to the beam gun, and here we have the cockpit section as well. So you get 5 different colors. Now I might need to recheck the anime once more to see if there were Demi trainers with different cockpit colors. But once again, the box had the red one, so I went with the red one, and I do remember there being a red one, I think, as well. So which is why I went for that as well. So if you buy multiple, like 5 of them, you can use each color if you want to do so. Alright, so let's see what we got in terms of articulation as well. Now, because I have reviewed the Demi trainer, the Choo Choo's Demi trainer, it's pretty much the same basis on it, but there are some differences which I will go over later. So once again, let's start with the head. Definitely loving the simple looking head. Now, there is the antenna, but you do have the option not to use the antenna, because the antenna is mostly, for those who know the anime and the story, or how the school system works in the Witch from Mercury series, they do sometimes do these mobile suit combat sessions to wage or on something as well. And one of the ways you win is that you don't really destroy or kill the pilot. All you need to do is simply snap off the antenna. So since the Demi trainer originally, when we first saw it in the anime, doesn't have an antenna, so it would show up with this, I assume. The head-wise, I really love the simple design here. The green piece is actually a clear green piece going on here. They did an excellent job. This part still slightly moved, I'm not sure why, but still. And then 360 going is possible because of the head design overall. And here we have the cockpit sticker going on here. I used red, and on behind that it should be another green sticker, which is slightly hard to see, but you can see the green sticker behind that as well. Keep in mind the top section and bottom section are separate stickers, so they are not a single piece. That's actually pretty good. Now for the arms, it still retains the same situation like the Choo-Choo's Demi trainer, where you have this joint, you have this specific joint, and it's connected by a ball joint up front. So yeah, we can actually get a nice forward and backward movement going on here, and going to the side is also a little bit more possible because of this aspect. So once again, main connection is a ball joint, so 360, no problem. Going more than 90 degrees to the side, also no problem. Still uses a C-type joints as well, but still it can go slightly more than 90 degrees. Hands are not your typical hands in terms of design. It's the 3-finger type hands, but hands are still as a ball joint connection. And like the previous kit, you do have this part that can rotate on its own on the bottom section as well. And obviously the arm entirely can also rotate if you want to do so. And this one actually does come in handy because for the equipment. We'll get into that later. Body-wise, same articulation going forward and backward as well, side to side, a little bit of a wiggle, and 360 entirely is still possible. So once again, if you have the Choo-Choo's Demi trainer, you should know what to expect. Back skirt also works the same, which is more like a locking mechanism. You can flip this up, and then now you can change the angle of the mobile suit like this. Although now for Choo-Choo's Demi trainer, for like specific sniping poses, this makes sense. But for the Demi trainer itself, I don't think it's going to be too much necessary to be using often. So yeah, although getting it back on the right angle can be tricky time to time. Alright, and then so the front skirt is still the same. This time I didn't cut off the ball joint. And then we still have the same hole here. For those who don't know, for the Choo-Choo's Demi trainer, you use this slot to attach the sniper rifle. And then we don't have any side skirts, but these holes do actually have a use for them. Same goes for the backpack as well. Backpack, very simple design. Absolutely love that. Now legs, we do still get a side swivel, although it's feeling a little bit more stiff than usual compared to other kits that I've tried. And going to the side should be also possible with no problem as well. And bend going forward. Now because of the front skirt, you do need to move it a bit, and I guess you could use the tilting system to control this. But once again, oh, come on camera. There we go. You should have zero issues going on here as well. So apparently the C clip tab joint is slightly popping out on mine, so I'll fix that later. And then you would get a nice bend going on here. So no complaints for articulation here. Despite being a C-type joint, it has all the stuff you need. And now the feet are kind of interesting here. So the feet, once again, they are on a single peg, so going side 360 is possible, and the back one is on a peg, so tilting the back feet is possible. So you have to basically you have to control both the back and front part of the feet section. Now the feet section in front is on a ball joint, so it's slightly limited for some reason because of the top section as well, but you can also get a nice pivot joint as well, and make sure to control the back section as well when you're doing that. Alright, so we've seen the basics of the kit, so I think I'll be right back with the equipment attached on, and we'll do some comparisons with Choo-Choo's Demi trainer. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the Choo-Choo's Demi trainer for now, and I have the equipment ready on the side. So before I attach the equipment, I just wanted to do a quick comparison. So overall, you can see the overall form factor is almost identical in terms of like the body. The head is obviously a new design, so there are new parts attached here. But the body, other than the stickers, I believe these are almost basically identical pieces, just with different colors. Up to the waist section as well, the arms are practically the same except for the shoulder armor, which this one doesn't actually have any. This one actually has the extra shield going on here. Speaking of which, the shoulder armor is actually the shoulder armor itself is actually identical, because we actually have even these parts. So you can technically slap this on. You can use this shield and slap it on this unit if you want to do so. That is technically possible. Obviously, oops, sorry about that. The backpack is different, much more chunkier backpack going on here, but still, you can still see it has the ports on the side. Even the back skirt are the same, and I believe the even up to the sides are identical. Now you can see the Choo-Choo's Demi trainer is slightly taller. That's because the lower leg section here, this gray part, it's actually much more longer compared to the regular Demi trainer going on here. So just to give you guys an idea, yeah, you can see they're overall different shape going on here. Overall form factor is slightly different. So yeah, But once again, if you have built the Choo Choo's Demi trainer, you should know what to expect from this guy as well. Alright, so now for the equipment going on here. So you can see here is the rod going on here. So you can see I either attach it onto the side skirt like I did, or you can put it onto the backpack. So it's really up to your choice as well. I personally like to put it on the side skirt area because I don't know, it gives me that like police vibe. So with the right police baton like vibe. So if you actually color this on the right colors, you can totally make this into like a police unit, like officer mobile suit. So that would be cool if you ask me. And then for the shield, once again, very simple connection going on here. We have the handle, we have the peg here. So you attach the handle first and then connect the peg to the side hole going on here, and you have a very firm connection. Just to give you guys an idea, the shield is different. They may look like similar, but no, it's a different size and shape. So yeah. And for the beam gun, same principle, but instead of putting the hole onto the side, you put it onto the forward section or upwards, and then you can see on other than the handle, you have a peg here on the end, so you can just connect it here, similar like how it works on the H1 unit kits, or like how the Exia connects his blade onto the arm. You have a very firm connection. There's no wiggle or anything. One like issues I had with Choo Choo's Demi trainer was his rifle is that because of the structure, the overall holding thing was a little bit tricky for me. But still, this one I have zero issues going on here. And there we go. We have all that there is for this mobile suit. So once again, if you're into like at some point in the hobby, so you sometimes get tired for like looking at all these complicated like multiple weapon mobile suits, and sometimes you actually yearn for like very simple mobile suits like this. So if you're looking for something very simple, I do suggest the HG Genoese or Genoese 2. But if you can't find this, I say this is the next best thing to try out, if you ask me. And I would love to see, because this is a trainer mobile suit that's meant for students, I'm actually wondering if there is a combat version for this, so actual practical combat variants of this that's used by the military or anything. But still, I would love to see something like that in the future. Now I am aware of a certain variant of this announcement, but I have an idea of who might that belong to, but still, that's something I would like to see. Anyway, thanks for watching the review. This was the review of the HG Demi trainer. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.